It's not only that people don't like kinky hair or they just don't know enough. People aren't talking about it because we've been shamed for it. We've been like put down for it, you know? It's not the image of beauty. So we've just turned away from that. I remember being natural and I would try to find YouTubers or other people, but it was hard because
you couldn't really.
No, I couldn't because some of them, not all of them, but some of them didn't have the hair type that I have. I do have 4C hair.
Exactly.
So it is difficult. You have to search for it. And then some people that post videos, they say it's 4C hair, but they have like not 4C hair. I'm like, those aren't curls.
4C hair is not celebrated.
Hair to feel natural.
Exactly.
Like I want it to feel like this is what it was supposed to be like all the time. The whole time. I don't want it to feel like, oh, I gotta wear my hair today because I don't have enough time. I don't have enough product. I don't know what to do. So it's just this. No, don't treat your hair like that. Come on. Treat it like that guy you really, really like.
Hi guys. I have guests today from LA, California. Jess the Jess.
What's up?
So we'll be having the chit-chat conversation with the girl today. She's willing to talk about natural hair. You know how we do in this channel. It's all about natural kinky hair, empowering us, you know.
Absolutely.
Giving
Providing information.
Exactly.
Like, because there's so much that is talked about, but there's also a lot that's not talked about. So this channel is very helpful. So.
All right, guys. Let's be serious. How are you doing?
Pretty good. You know, life is up and down. You never know, especially during these times. We're getting out of, you know what?
Yeah, you know what? You can't say. You know the code. Oh my God.
We're getting out of that apparently. So it's a big shift. Everything is higher. We already knew that was going to happen, but it is dramatic to see it. So,
well, I'm in the state right now, so God bless me. I mean,
yeah, God bless you during this time.
I know. So, well, let's talk about the topic of my channel. Let's get into it. So, girl, when is the last time you relaxed your hair?
Oh, that's a good question. When is the last time I used the creamy crack?
How long? Yeah, how long ago?
Wow.
You know what? That long? Girl, you been natural for that long?
I have.
Oh my God.
Well, it's only been like a couple years. Like,
okay. So
like
about
2 or 3
years. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the change? What does it feel like? You know,
I feel more love, more in love with myself actually.
Important.
Like it's weird because you think you're in love with yourself when you're doing like straight hair because you're trying to get the image that everyone says is the perfect image. So you're thinking like, oh, this is what I need to do, you know, it'll make me feel good. But at the end of the day, you're just trying to look like somebody else. You're just like messing up your hair, just tearing yourself down. Like, it's horrible. Horrible.
Oh my God, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
What do you think about the use of, you know, added hair? Like you and me, we're actually wearing what we call in the natural hair community protective hairstyle.
Yes.
You know, so
one of my favorite things. Literally one of my favorite things. Not only because it's easy and you don't really have to do nothing to your hair, but also it teaches you discipline. Because when I started my natural hair journey, I was always touching my hair, always trying to do something to my hair, and that could be destructive as well.
True.
Like, as we know from your videos, like don't be touching your hair 24/7.
But it's really complicated when you're new natural, like you are discovering your own hair and you want to feel it, you want to style it, and since we flooded with all these natural hair videos on YouTube, we've been so you want to try everything, all kind of products, all kind of styles, but then you realize in the long run that it's actually not that great to do.
Tell them again because it's not that great.
I'm all about, wearing our hair. When I say our hair, I mean the kinky coily texture, because we don't get to see it a lot on media, online, on social media. I keep saying this because a lot of people will say, yeah, but a lot of women today are natural. Yes, they are, but they are still wearing like wigs with straight hair, shinier hair, curlier hair. You rarely see them like wearing weaves or wigs without texture.
Like your texture.
Exactly. So this to me is some kind of, I don't know. What do you think of it?
I'm conflicted, as I can see you are. Yeah. I'm very conflicted because I don't want to say anything that would offend someone.
Yeah, exactly.
But also I'm entitled to my opinion.
Yeah.
So I feel that you have to look within yourself. If you're doing it for the right reasons, or you're doing it,
I agree 100%.
But if you're just out here trying to do it because that's what you're used to, that's what your mom did, that's what your mom's mom did, because I was stuck in that cycle. I was like, I'm just going to do it because this is all I know how to do,
True.
But if you're doing it for that type of reason, you don't need it, sis.
The thing, you said you don't want to offend anyone. Don't try to.
Right.
You and your sis. This is kind of judgmental now. So I always think the solution has to come from ourselves. Like, the plan is not to dictate people like start wearing your hair if you don't feel comfortable with it, or if you prefer wearing like added hair. Or the thing is, how do we, like, let's say, transition to that situation where we start wearing our hair without feeling like something is missing or something is wrong, without feeling like some discomfort. And I'm talking about our natural hair. And when I say natural hair, there are different types of natural hair, different textures. Absolutely. And the thing is, the textures that are celebrated the most are the curlier ones. The tighter, the coilier, the kinkier, and the less. Yeah,
I don't like the coiliers out there.
The less attractive it is. And I had an example, like in movies, even not only in American movies, but even in African movies, when you're wearing, for instance, cornrows or just braids with your hair, usually women are portrayed to be poor, living in a very, let's say, disturbing environment. And when they start like moving from that situation to a higher standard, like
their hair changes.
Their hair changes to wigs, straight wigs, wavy
I know what you're
weaves
talking about.
or wavy wigs. So even in the media, it is promoted the fact that when you look good, you have to have this type of hair. But kinky hair is not the hair that you wear if you are dressed well, if you made it in life, if you settled, if
Absolutely. And
so how can we change that mentality? Because the mentality is there, and the media or social media is not helping. Because even the influencers, that's what they do. When they look good, they wear yaki or weaves or human hair, like straight, shiny hair, bouncy, wavy hair.
Absolutely.
When they go out, look at black influencers, and I'm talking all across the 5 continents, and you rarely see the ones with their hair, because when they have their own hair, they are tagged being natural hair YouTubers. They can be like the fashionista YouTubers, because when they wear their kinky coily hair, they automatically box in the natural hair influencer. When the one who wear wigs and weaves like 24/7, she is the fashionista, the whatever. So even the way it's perceived or portrayed, to me, is still like the kinky coily texture is still not celebrated. So what kind of solution can we today, what would you suggest today to move to that place, given that even having kinky coily texture is still being bold, it's still considered being natural. You don't necessarily have to have longer hair or bigger afros. Being bold is still being natural. So how can we heal from that? How can we move to accepting and learning and self-love about our own kinky coily texture? I think I talked too much now. It's your turn to talk.
I get what you're saying, and I love that you put it that way. I don't know what the solution would be, but I hope that steps, or maybe the first step would be education. I think that would be an important thing, because it's not only that people don't like kinky hair, or they just don't know enough. People aren't talking about it because we've been shamed for it. We've been like put down for it, you know? It's not the image of beauty, so we've just turned away from that. You know,
I agree with you. It's not the image of beauty. What you said is completely true, because it's not.
Yeah,
it's not.
Which is sad, because
I know
natural hair is the most beautiful. Literally, it's the naturalest you can be. Like, that's the most beautiful you can be. Like, I don't understand.
No, I got you. Keep going.
So the first step would just be
education.
Just getting the information out there. Inform. I don't care how many times you think you heard about 4C hair, 4B hair, whatever. You need to know. Every day there's something new that we don't know. So, I mean, just education. Always researching, going out there, finding the information. Yeah.
But what if, because, you know, when it comes to, you know, how human beings are, like, if the information is out there, you know, people spend times on TikTok. I always say this: 6 hours on TikTok, 6 hours on YouTube, on Instagram. But then will never take the time or make the time to go and look after this kind of information.
Absolutely.
Before they say natural hair is hard, it's complicated, it's too much work. It's just that they don't want to put effort to, you know, spend time searching.
And we have to fix that within ourselves. As Black women ourselves, we have to show them that we're united, that we all love our hair, because some Black people, I'm not gonna say all, but some Black people I have encountered, they just won't wear their natural hair. They decided against it completely. And that's kind of sad, because that means you always have to manipulate your hair. You always have to do something to your hair, and it shouldn't be like that.
Right. What do you think of, I'm going to bring the topic I brought with my girl Bianca the other day. What do you think about the celebrities that, because even the celebrities we're looking up to are exactly doing the same thing. When they look great and good, the best, let's say, you know, even on the red carpet, they rarely wear their kinky, coily, and natural texture. Or you don't even see it. You only see it sometimes when they feel like maybe showing to their audience that they're part of our group too.
Part of the movement.
You see it in short clips on TikTok or short clips on their Instagram to prove their people. Exactly. But that's it. Outside of that, in the mainstream, in the industry, most of them are wearing their hair straight, you know. Wigs, straight wigs, wavy wigs. Because I don't even have issue with wigs, because some people will start thinking I have problem with added hair. The problem comes when it's not our texture.
It's the hair you're representing.
Exactly. It feels like you are rejecting your own texture and you prefer the other one, which is cool. But then again, what makes you
want that more?
More
than your natural self.
Exactly. So to me, it's all about self-love, self-acceptance. We always say this. I don't think we have to bust anyone around forcing them to be looking a certain way that way. But I always say this: in the community, we have a real issue accepting our hair texture.
And it's true.
Texture.
It's true.
That's something we need to acknowledge and recognize. And how can we move from that? Because to me, it's a position of pain. How can we move from that position of pain to position of self-love and acceptance?
And also continuing to put it out there. Don't be scared.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't be scared.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I love this channel, because it's a natural hair channel. It's an everything channel. It's an informational channel. It's literally like the best.
Girl, what you said is true. I'm sorry, I don't want to be like talking over her, but I keep thinking some people will be like, they asked me in the beginning, why do you want to open another like billionth channel over natural hair when we already...
Because everyone's not the same.
And first of all, and second, don't you think because you follow these people, the whole world is following them? That's not true. You follow them, but look around you, a lot of people don't know about these people. They might have 1 million subscribers or followers. How many of us on the herd are
billions.
So whoever they might reach, you might reach another demographic, another, you know.
Absolutely.
That they won't reach. So it doesn't matter how many. We need to be an army online. I always say this. If you think these famous natural vloggers we've been following for years are enough, you are wrong.
Very wrong.
We need to be a many, because like representation matters.
Absolutely.
People need to relate. So when you get too big, you know how it is. Like even stars, people start being like, because they have money, because they have. The more we gonna be, the more people be like, oh, maybe question it. I was like, oh, maybe natural hair is not that bad after all.
Exactly. Because and how many like other YouTubes? I'm not just gonna say natural hair YouTube. How many of them that have made it are actually
doing still natural hair too?
Yeah, are still doing the content that they started with.
No.
Are still doing the quality, the type of things that they were doing. Yeah. They're on another level. Mentally in their lifestyle. Like they're not thinking about the everyday people. I mean, as much as people want to say that they're not, because it's not part of your everyday life, so you're not. You're not.
So that's what I say. You want to follow people you can relate to.
Absolutely, 100%.
It's crazy how people will be like, okay, oh, this topic is saturated. But natural hair is never saturated because, look, how long the natural hair movement has been out? Over 10 years. You still don't see a natural hair out there. I don't know about the United States, but let's stick to Europe. You will see more natural hair, ladies wearing their hair, but you still have added extra hair dominating the public area.
Absolutely.
Women are still wearing wigs and weaves, straight weaves and whatever, even if they're what I call undercover natural, meaning they're natural, but they still wearing that to protect their hair, but they protect their hair forever. Like you never see their hair.
This is what I'm saying. Sometimes I
never
think
see
the
it.
weave is their hair
because they don't want to take the time to learn their hair to the point they can flaunt it every now and then and just vary. They keep on continuing wearing fake hair. So their hair grows, but no one gets to see it. We always seeing them with, fake hair every time. You don't get to see their hair, never, because they're not ready. I think it's psychological.
Yeah,
it's sad that you are natural. You growing your hair long, and your hair is probably beautiful, but you haven't accepted. You haven't been on a stage where you are okay with your hair and wear it.
It's sad. Yeah.
I know.
It shouldn't be like that. It really should. It should be celebrated everywhere.
I know.
Everywhere.
The way you celebrate the added hair you wearing. I wish we can get to a point where we celebrate our own hair the way we do it. For instance, when we're going out, we absolutely need to wear a wig. You're going to work, you need to wear
like you
box
were
braids.
Saying earlier, like if it's something special or we want to look truly nice, we gravitate towards, I have to have straight hair. I have to have straight long hair. It has to be flowing. It has to be so
It has
shiny.
it has to be closure, laces, lace closure. All these wigs.
Absolutely. Like that's just insane to me. Like honestly,
it is. And like I said, when they say protective hairstyles, to me it was a temporary thing. Because protective hairstyle is a style that helps you to keep your hands away so that your hair can grow easily. But people do it like to the point where they don't even know their hair anymore. Because they back-to-back protective hairstyle, you rarely see their hair. Because to be honest, most of them don't know what to do with their hair.
Absolutely.
That's why they stick to, added hair.
And please, if you're one of those people, please educate
Wear
yourself.
your hair, please.
Yeah, because
we need to see that hair outside.
We want to see that beautiful hair.
And plus, you don't even know who you can inspire. Because sometimes you inspire the lady next door. I don't know who.
Like, ooh, you got a natural crown. Let me go.
Let me try it too. You never know who you will inspire. It's funny how sometimes you inspire people because they don't come to you and let you know. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know.
You wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't. So when I say we have to wear our hair, it's just I wish we get to a point where we don't think our hair doesn't like equal to going out.
Absolutely, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like when you put together, 40 hair is not celebrated.
Hair to feel natural.
Exactly.
Like I want it to feel like this is what it was supposed to be like all the time, the whole time. I don't want it to feel like, I gotta wear my hair today because I don't have enough time. I don't have enough product. I don't know what to do. So it's just this. No, don't treat your hair like that. Come on. Treat it like that guy you really, really like.
Or that pair of shoes, or that bag, that purse, or that dress that you
want. Like that. Okay. This is a Louis Vuitton right here. Okay.
Right. Or that 1K or 3K bundles that you're wearing.
Treat it like that.
Yeah, it is. I think it comes out of, like you said, pure ignorance. And now that people know the saying that it's too hard because some influencers make it really harder. Like when they're gonna do stuff, they will like add up like 26 steps just to, you know, so it makes it look hard. And when it's hard, people don't want to do it.
Yeah, once you get past like 20 minutes and they still halfway through their hair, you like, who's
gonna do that? Nobody got time for that. Yeah, so you can make it your own and make it simpler. It doesn't have to look like, I always say these people online are just like, let's say, guides.
Yeah.
It's not that you have to do exactly what you do unless you don't know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you have to copy to the T. But
until you figure out what's best for you.
Exactly. And it has to match your lifestyle. If it's not convenient to your lifestyle, you can do it. For instance, an influencer, a hair vlogger on YouTuber who's only doing that. That's her job. She will spend like the whole day in the bathroom to maybe wash her hair. But you have kids, you have a job, you have this and that. You can't spend a whole day in the shower just washing your hair. You have to find a way to make it work. So maybe you're gonna make it work, maybe 30 minutes, an hour, but you have to figure out.
You might find a new way to do it and you make a video. Let us know. You might know a new hack or something. You might learn something trying to do some
the
different
video
stuff.
Thing. A lot of people are not comfortable being in front of camera or behind
the
the
back
camera.
Of your head.
Well, even comment. You can.
Comment.
Because a lot of people enjoy the commentary section. Personally, I like it because you always learn a lot of stuff in the comment section.
That's true.
People always coming to drop gems there. You like.
Don't be fighting in the comments. I will read it though, but don't.
But don't give them a reason to fight. Yeah, some people are just angry. They're like, today on YouTube, you're gonna say. You're like, who got you mad? What's going on with you? Are you okay? I always find it funny when I come on YouTube. I'm like, people don't know, they don't know one another, but they are
fighting. Like they're a married couple. I'm like,
comments for weeks, back and forth. Girl, don't you have anything else to do? I'd rather people doing it.
And I'll be right there.
Really enjoying the thing because it's funny.
It is. It's
funny, but
please don't do it.
If they have a nickname that nobody knows about, they can go ahead.
They can do
if they have time. Yeah. At the end of the day, you do whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know. I do think it's like a responsibility that we all have.
Absolutely. As Black women, we have the responsibility to educate
ourselves.
Ourselves and other Black women. Yeah. Like, I don't feel that it's all about just because I'm a Black woman and I know everything I need to do or whatever, then I'm gonna keep it for myself. That's foolish. Like, share. Like, come on now.
But the share, if they're doing it. You won't share if you're not even interested, even trying or doing anything.
That's true.
A lot of ladies that I've talked to, it's just because, like you said, they didn't know. It's out of ignorance. And to be honest, they're not taking the time or making the time for it because they have other priorities in their life. Because I do think if you make natural hair one of your priorities, you educate yourself and you make it a sense of your life.
You might love this.
Yeah.
I mean.
But if it's not a priority in life, to you, hair is just hair or you don't care. And if you find that maybe wearing wigs or extra headed hair is your thing, by any means, well, keep doing it. But we have the duty to teach our next generations how to take care of our hair and grow their hair, because all these natural hair YouTubers that we've been seeing and watching for years have proved that our hair can grow healthy and long, which wasn't the case back then.
Everyone's like, Black people
cannot grow long hair, you know. And now all these ladies have been proving it, and every day you have new natural hair YouTubers showing it. So I do think it's something we know is possible.
Yeah, and even going back to your point about finding what YouTube works for you, that's why I love your YouTube channel, because I remember being natural and I would try to find YouTubers or other people, but it was hard because
you couldn't really.
No, I couldn't, because some of them, not all of them, but some of them didn't have the hair type that I have. I do have 4C hair.
Exactly.
So it is difficult. You have to search for it. And then some people that post videos, they say it's 4C hair, but they have like not 4C hair. I'm like, those aren't curls. Okay, and then your channel, why I love it, you make it for every length of hair.
Yeah.
You have short hair, you have long hair. this is how you moisturize your hair.
Yeah.
This is how you do this to your hair.
Girl.
This is head wrap. You ain't got no hair?
Yeah.
Boom, let me put a little bun right here. You do a little... No, literally,
I'm
doing that little style because it's so cute.
You know what's funny? Those are the stuff I do to myself. And because for years, people been like coming to me, asking me, how do you I love how to do it. How do you do it? Now I have a platform where people don't come up with excuses. Then you'll be like, no, because it's you. Because I'm showing you. I put myself in a very vulnerable situation online. It took me a while to get up on YouTube and be like, okay, it's time for me to expose myself. Because let's be honest, I'm exposing myself. I'm showing my, let's say, my weaknesses, stuff I would never show anyone or any guy before or anything. Here I am online looking sometimes rubbish, not looking the best.
But that's the truth.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to be authentic. Like, so,
and you are.
And sometimes I just take my camera and I record exactly what I do, because every time I will hear stuff like, oh no, because it's your hair or because you have long hair. I'm like, okay, you want the short hair version? I have the short hair version for you. Oh no, you're doing this because your hair is like this. Oh, you want that one? I have that too. Just to show you whatever stage or state I've been into my natural hair journey. And I remember I can record this for you people. If I can do it, they can do it too. I will just record it.
Absolutely. And then starting watching YouTube, like you might start with one YouTube channel and you grow with them, but if your hair doesn't grow the same as theirs, or they go off on whatever they're going to do, you have to find other people. And that can be hard, but you just have to research. You just have to know what's true for yourself.
Completely. You're completely right. Because I remember back then when I was struggling with the wash and go, I was like, I cannot do the wash and go. I tried all the technique.
I cannot do
never worked. That thing never worked on my hair. I was like, what is it? But back then,
like I just woke up. I tried to wash and go.
The thing is, back then I didn't know about the hair texture and type.